Did you know that the eagle has the longest lifespan among birds? It can live up to 70 years. But to reach this age, it must make a hard decision. Hi, my name is Nuru and welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching the videos that I have posted so far. Please continue liking and sharing. So you see, when this eagle reaches 40, the things that make it a super eagle or a super predator are the exact same things that actually become its weakness. Its beak becomes too long and too curved for it to eat anything. Its talons, which are used for hunting and grabbing prey, become too curved so that they cannot grab anything. And its feathers that glisten and cause it to soar high above the sky become so heavy and so matted against its chest that it can't fly anymore. It is at this point that the eagle makes a difficult choice, either to die or to go through an excruciating, painful process of change that can last up to 150 days. Let me explain this process for you. So, in this process, the eagle is required to fly up to the mountaintop, somehow reaching it with its heavy feathers that are matted against its chest. Once it gets to the mountaintop in its nest, then it now must hit its beak against a rock. Hit it as many times as possible until the beak falls out. And then have to wait for another beak to grow back. Once the beak grows back, it uses this new beak now to work on the talons. What does it do? It now starts pulling out its talons. These talons that have become too curved, too tangled up to catch anything, these are the ones that the bird now has to start pulling out. You can imagine it's like pulling out your fingernails, right? Then, once it's pulled out the talons, it has to wait for new ones to grow back. And with these new talons, what does it do? Yes, you guessed it. It now starts plucking out its feathers. The feathers that were weighing it down, the feathers that were matted against its chest and making it difficult for it to fly. And after 5 months, after this excruciating process, the bird now is ready to make its famous flight of rebirth and enjoy another 30 years. While this description is more fiction than it is fact, it does hold some powerful lessons that we can draw from and that we can use in this our journey that we call life. 1. Change is necessary for growth. See, this eagle, in order for it to live an extra 30 years, it needs to go through an excruciatingly painful process. And its path involves pain, loneliness, and sometimes just sadness, Sometimes we need to go down the path least traveled, We need to take the hard road in order to effect change in our lives. To get that promotion, to start that new business and make it successful, to be the best at what you do, you need to make hard adjustments to your life that may leave you feeling misunderstood, sometimes hurt, and even lonely. Mind over matter. It's all in your mind. If you can think it, then you can do it. See, this eagle has to use the power of its mind to just endure all the pain of it ripping out the old and patience to grow in the new for it to have its rebirth and live for another 30 years. Transform your mind. Sometimes growing into a new space means unlearning what you know so that you can create room in your mind to learn new things. It could mean letting go of past mistakes, letting go of past hurts, so that you can be open enough to receive the new things that are coming into your life. But it's all in your mind. 3. It comes to pass. No situation is permanent. This eagle had to go through it day by day in excruciating pain, sometimes feeling hungry because it wasn't able to eat, sometimes feeling very cold when the feathers were all plucked out and trying to regrow, but it still stuck to it because it knew that at the end of this, then it will come out of the other side more lively and with a new lease on life, so to speak. So it's the same for us. When we find ourselves walking down the path least taken, it may seem like an eternity, like for so long. But if we keep at it, and if we have determination, we keep our heads down, we buckle in, we will make it to the other side. And on the other side, we will reap fruits that we will enjoy so much in this new stage of our lives. A new lease of life. Dan Charles Pope said it the best. And this is what he said. If you are not changing, then you are not growing. And it is so true. Remember, an eagle remains an eagle even without its beak, without its talons, and without its feathers. So do not allow these trying times to make you feel less than you are, to make you feel like you are not worth it, because you are. An eagle remains an eagle even without its things. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope that this has provided some encouragement, and remember, no change means no growth. Change today, grow today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, cheers!